Hello, hello. Welcome to Audio Addiction. It is your boy, Brandon. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for chilling. Appreciate y'all. If you've been catching up lately, I posted most, if not all, of the Patreon videos. Those are up. The Dean and Woods videos are going to be going out. Um, no, those are already up too. Basically, YouTube is catching up on the most current posts. So thanks for hanging. I also want to let y'all know that I have a special guest tonight. I know he flew all the way from Korea. Incredible. Look at this. My goat. He's here, guys. Hey, welcome to the stream, guys. Hey, what's up? Oh my god. I I want to admit I got this. I, when I opened the vinyl, this I didn't know what this was. This is great, and my girlfriend had to explain what it was, but it's I guess it's a standee. I didn't know these things exist. That's so cool. And our girlfriend was like, "Oh, I should put it. You should put it in the bag with like all the rest of your stuff." But I feel like it would be really funny if I thought it would be really funny if I if I put it on my computer desk now. So now it sits on my computer desk next to. I'm sure Sarah is gonna kill me, but the ramen noodle photo card. So I might keep it in this bag here. So it's great. Shout out to Youngie, but this was fun. Also shout out to that record. That was great. If you didn't see it, it's in collections on Discord. So slight plug to that. Go check it out. But yeah, we've got quite the catch up list. Massive shout outs to everybody who put their shit in the Discord, as well as that for Gunky for putting the playlist together as well. Much salutes to you, Gunky. Thank you. Um, but yeah, this was really cool. Very excited to get into some ones that I've missed out on. But yeah, we got some strong videos in this playlist. So, Cheeky Master, yes, so much time since the last K-pop stream. I listen. I try to do what I can here. We try to do, and what I mean by we, I mean I try to do as much as I possibly can. So we are gonna go through the stream as quickly and as efficiently as possible tonight, but the playlist that I have here is 30 videos long. So we're going to try to get through all 30 if we can. If not, then I'll let y'all know. But we are doing Young Posse featuring 10 centimeters and their song Cold. We have La Seraphim's Hot. We have One Wee's Starry Night. The Starry Night, excuse me. J Hope's Sweet Dreams featuring Miguel. That is interesting. We have Nmix's High Horse Dance Practice Moving version, since that is the longest. Gunky had told me that it is their one with the longest song, so very nice. We have Mix's Know About Me, since that was just released today. We have Treasures Yellow. We have Yeji's Air. We have Say My Name's Shalala. We have Umyol's Desolation, which I don't think I've heard anything from Umyol as of currently, so I'm very excited to check them out. We have The Boys VVV, which also I think came out today. We have a 17 song, which I don't know if this is a duet. I guess it's a duo. Um, we have Ten's Bambola, which I'm excited. We also have Jennie and Dominic Fike, Love Hangover. Jennie and Dochi, Extra L, and then Like Jennie, very excited. And then Jennie and Dua Lipa, which, listen, you know me, I love Dua Lipa, so I'm stoked. We have Lisa's Born Again featuring Doja Cat and Ray. We also have Lisa's FUTW. We have Sogi's Not Baby. I'm very excited to check this one out. I've been not listening to it, but I wanted to check it out. So I'm glad Gunky added this to the list. We have Desire Projects. I have no idea what this is. It looks like an ATEEZ song. Or it's featuring ATEEZ? I don't know. You're gonna have to let me know what that is. We have Gubin. I'm very excited. Like You 100. I like a lot of Gubin stuff, so I feel like I probably will enjoy this. It's a Mingy song. Okay. Thank you, Gunky. We have Schumann's We. I'm very excited. Now A with NIN. We have W24 Sees the Day, 8-turn Lego. We have NTX over and under, 3-way. We have Infinite's Dangerous, and we're closing out with XG's Is This Love. I think I have heard this one. If it was on the most current release that they put out, then I probably have heard it. If not, we'll check it out again. I haven't seen the music video, so unless it's a different version, I don't know. But yeah, let's get into it because, like I said, we got quite the laundry list of songs. So I'm very excited. And Kaylee says it's Hoshi and Woozy. Very nice. I love them. Shout outs to them. It's okay, Sarah. If you miss your own recommendations, we'll make sure to link it pretty closely. Uni says hot and cold right now at the start, and the moods of the videos are just opposite their title suggested. Okay. We are gonna do it. I'm very excited. There's like a lot of shit to go through, so I'm gonna feel caught up by the end of it, hopefully. But let's get into the first one. We've got Young Posse and their song Cold featuring 10 centimeters. So let's bop.
Cold.
This is good.
I'm so cold. I love it and I hate you, then I feel so cold. I miss you when I kiss you, then I sick so cold. 저 밤새 녹아내려버린 천문처럼 넌 날 지워버리겠지만 네가 얘기할 때면 그 입술을 쳐다보는 게 좋았어. 여름보다 뜨거운 만남은 좀 어려서 얼어붙은 말이 가시처럼 목에 걸렸어. You keep me wrapped around your finger, don't know why.
怎么了？밤새 녹아내려버린 천둥처럼 How could you be so cold? I love you when I hate you thinking about you I miss you when I need you thinking about you 해와들처럼 떠오르는
This man has a full like photo setup in his house.
So what should I do? I'm dying for a while. Wake me up when it's gone.
Baby, baby, 어쩜 너는 그리 태연해 얼어죽어 죽어가는 나는 뭔데 Keep me warm to go 내 같으면 rise and shine girl
谢了。这个。
这个。
哎呦！这个。
哎，我先走了。
拜啊拜啊！
That's wild.
I'm so cold. I'm so cold.
That's so. Oh no. No way. That's crazy. All right. Well, this was Young Posse's "Cold" featuring 10 centimeters. What a interesting way to start off stream. Um, Gonki says the dad of the two at the end left them, so he's the stepdad of the other girl. Oof. Unhi says dark AF. Definitely not what I was expecting from Young Posse, but very good. They basically get revenge. His says, okay, so basically Young Yun and that guy are siblings. They left their dad for a new family, Doyun's family. They concoct a plan to make her end. Oh my god, that's insane. Ugh. Well, shout out to their acting. They did a really, really good job of like acting in this MV. So I think for that in and of itself is interesting. I am curious. I don't know. I don't believe I've listened to any songs with 10 centimeters as a feature, so maybe we'll have to add him to the proverbial I'll listen to, hopefully we'll do a deep dive on him list. But I think it's always really interesting to see like artists collab in this way. I did like the kind of I've showed you some of his stuff. Okay, I was gonna say I do remember some of it. It does sound familiar. His name does sound familiar. Um, I thought it was really interesting. I am on the train of like interrupting MVs. I'm not really too big of a fan of that, but I felt like the song was very interesting, and I think it highlights both Young Posse and I would imagine 10 centimeters in a different perspective. I would say more specifically for Young Posse because I don't really attribute this type of song to them, and that's not a bad thing. I think if anything, that's probably a really huge compliment because I think they do like some really interesting stuff even in their B-side material, but this feels even a little bit more separated from that. Um, but okay, Kaylee says, I guess I had you get. Oh yes, okay, yeah, and he's 42. Yeah, okay. No, I'm putting it together. We have listened to 10 centimeters. Yeah, that's true. That is wild. He does. He is nuts. Um, I will say at least for this song, like I really enjoyed it a lot. I think it is definitely like more nuanced in its approach. Like I love like that really cool like guitar riff that they were using and how it's kind of like messed around with like the more like subtle like trap type beats. I thought that worked out really well. Um but I think in terms of the musicality, also really enjoyed it as well, and it's such a cool separation from what I imagine them to do. Like it it is really unique, and I think that they always have something where I've noticed with their material, there's always something really shocking about it in terms of their material, whether it's like something wacky that they do in their MVs or this, which is like something that just in terms of the duality of what they do, I think it's always really interesting to see like how creative artists can be, and I feel like this is them pushing their creativity more, and so I really like that a lot. I thought the vocals were really impressive in this song. I think they did a great job of like having good hooks. And then as well as that, I think like the little bits of rapping that we got in there as well was really nice. But like I think it shows off more of the like the more vocal side of uh Young Posse, which again I would have never expected to kind of have more of a vision into that sort of direction. But I really like this one a lot. I genuinely was like I was genuinely kind of like shocked, and when we first got into this part of the song, I was just like, this just a like if I was to close my eyes and not know this was a Young Posse song, I don't think I would have associated that with them. And I think again, that's such a good thing. So I love the fact that they were so versatile. I hope they do more collabs, and I hope they do more stuff like this because it's genuinely kind of a breath of fresh air in terms of what I normally associate them with. So I thought this was good. I thought this was very solid. It was a good, interesting way to start off the the episode tonight, but I love it. His says apparently this is the start of a new trilogy series. The first three was the food series. No idea what they're calling this era. Blue Dot is a must listen from the album. Ooh, okay, I'll have to check it out. Unhi says, I generally hate MV interruptions, but this one gets a pass for me since I feel like it's more about the story than the song. I do appreciate that. Like the interweave was really nice. I also liked in the MV that they were still playing the song in like the background. I feel like it adds a little bit extra dimension to like the MV itself. So really cool. Yeah, this was really solid. I like this one a lot. So everyone was talking about how 10 centimeters is and then Kaylee says 10 centimeters used to be a duo. 10 centimeters was their height difference. Ah, yes. I do remember you explaining that, and I was equally as confused, so I feel you, dang. But all right, we're going to keep it moving here. The next one on our release window tonight is the newest Le Sserafim song, Hot, which I have not listened to yet, so very excited to check this one out. So let's give it a spin.
We don't drive, back on the gear.
Okay.
No time to ignore, no one in tears. So don't be afraid, 의심 없지. 손을 잡아, 'cause tonight 우린 burn to shine, yeah. 꽉 안아준 멘트, 우리가 나눠가진 가슴 안에 흉터자래. 붉게 물든 엔진, 내 눈 속에 날 영원히
Oh, I like that little bit of filter. I do like this chorus.
마치 영원함 속 날아올 불사조같이 넌 마치 기적 같은 걸 내게 더 꿈꾸게 하지 다시 짜버린 내 불씨가 피어온다 날개가 돋아온다 Now hold me tight 몸을 던져볼게 일말의 미련 없이 It's alright
I like those subtle vocals in the back. Really nice.
붉게 물든 엔진 내 눈 속에 날 영원히 기억해준다면 I'm burning high.
What?
나로 살 수 있다면 지금 된 대도 난 좋아. So tonight I'm
All right. This is Le Seraphim's Hot. If you are hanging out, thanks for hanging. We're doing a bunch of catch up stuff that we haven't listened to yet. So, um, this is interesting. I am a little conflicted. It's not that I don't like the song, and I will probably have to listen to this on Spotify, but I do feel like there's a lot of dead air in this song, and that's not to say that you shouldn't have like moments where they're not singing or whatever, because obviously this moment is more so for the scenic shot, them doing their choreo and such. But I do feel like there's certain parts of the song where I'm just like, damn, I wish there was kind of like a little bit of extra stuff. And I think I'm thinking about their previous title track, which I believe was Crazy, and that one was like right out the gate, like in your face, and like kept like a steady beat. And this is like a complete like 180 from that sound. And I, fully expect that from groups now at this point. I'm not shocked that with each new comeback, there's always something, refreshing that they bring to the table. And I genuinely like this song a lot. I just think that there was things that, especially that beginning half of this song, like the beginning portion of this song, like this whole shot here, essentially, it doesn't really start until you get to about that 16-second mark. And I was just like, is this, you're thinking about it in terms of like this song is a whole 2 minutes and 48 seconds long, right? 16 seconds of that is just like different sounds, right? And then at the end of the song, you basically have just kind of like an outro outerlude thing going on here. And that, if I'm being generous, is probably starting around like the maybe 2 minutes and 30-second mark here. So you're not losing another 15 seconds. So you're losing a whole roughly 30 seconds of the song. So you could probably cut this down to maybe about, and then you have like that middle section where basically it was just like nothing here. So I mean, we're being kind of generous. It's anywhere between that 30 seconds to maybe pushing 40-second mark. I think that's very interesting. I don't know if whether or not that does kill the mood. I know I saw a couple of other people in chat saying the unneeded pauses and interruption. I'm gonna not necessarily give it a pass, but I feel like it is one probably I will have to listen to in terms of the entire release. But I feel like they're borrowing a lot from like I that's what I was thinking, Biscuit. There's definitely some sort of melody choice that I'm like they're pulling either from like other K-pop artists, which again is fine. But also as well as that, I think they're pulling from a lot more of that like singer songwritery sort of stuff. I know they're friends with like Taylor Swift and stuff. So I think this feels a little bit more of that like indie approach, which again I'm so for. But I do feel like these songs are really short, and that's like my only really gripe about it is that you're just losing so much time to a visual aspect. Where me personally, I'm here for the music, and if we're cutting out like a whole 40 seconds that could be used in the song, it just kind of feels like as I'm getting into the song, it's already over with, and that kind of kills me in terms of the actual thing that I've come to enjoy, which is the music. So I'm mixed. I don't like it. I don't hate it, but I think that the melody, especially in that chorus, is really catchy, and I kind of wish it was a little longer. So other than that, I think it's a solid song. Nothing too crazy, nothing out of the box, but I genuinely wish it was like I wish it didn't feel like as I was getting into it the song is over with. That just kills my vibe entirely. And so I don't know. I'll maybe have to listen to it in context of the album just because again, I'm an album stan. I listen to albums from front to back. So I feel like I'm really going to have to give this one a full spin around. So um, let's see what we got here. Gungi said that they liked it, which is a surprise to me because I know you're not like the biggest fan of the Seraphim. So, also yes, dang the MVs have been getting weirder. So I feel like maybe hopefully it's not a trend, but we will see. Sarah says this album was a miss for me, but it's mostly not my style. Okay, fair enough. Unhi says I love the overall vibe. I agree. But it's definitely more tepid than I expected it from them. I also agree with that. So I feel like Unhee and I are maybe on the same wavelength tonight. Gunky also says that Hybe tends to make their groups songs so short. I fully agree with you on that. Gunky says if you're gonna make a really short song, you need to pack the song with a lot. I was gonna say that's what kills me about the song is like there's so much potential for this song to be phenomenal, and I feel like they just slammed it on here. Harmony says, "Yeah, a song can be shorter, but it needs to feel full." I fully stand by these statements. Chad and I, we're vibing on the same wavelengths tonight. So I never say I liked it. I just didn't hate it. Okay, listen. We're in the same ballpark. I find it enjoyable. You would find it enjoyable and not hate it. So I mean, that I'll take that as a victory that you don't hate it. I think that's a win. So, but anyway, we're gonna keep it moving. We have One Wee's The Starry Night, which I'm very excited. I know that they announced a tour, so I'm curious to see how this new song sounds. So, let's go. Oh. Oh, all right. I love that acoustic guitar. That's nice. Ooh, that's building. Oh, so good. Ooh, that little rhythm shift. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that was like Tom's. Ooh. Ooh, that little slap bass riff. Oh. Ooh, that little tremolo picking at the end. Oh, so clean. Oh, I'm definitely gonna. I am 100% giving this a release a listen. Oh man. All right. All right. Very cool. This was One We The Starry Night. If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. One We really came out the gate with this one. I'll tell you what. This was fucking great. I loved our deep dive into One We. Fantastic group. If you missed out, go check it out. Um, but this was awesome. This is definitely like way. I don't want to say that One We hasn't been this dynamic before because I feel like that would be a lie, and I'm not. I don't want to lie to y'all, but I feel like the dynamics on this song was just like on another level. And I really loved it. I don't know if they went to the same producers or not, but it like the way that the production sounds in this song sounds like way more clearer than I would argue their previous material did. And that's not to say that the previous material was bad by any stretch, but um it just sounds so much more fuller and has a lot more like dynamics, and there's just a little bit more nuance with this song that I'm very excited. I'm very excited. But I thought this was fantastic. Their vocals just continue to get so much. Like I just genuinely didn't think that they could get better as as a K band, and they continue to impress me. And I'm always very shocked and always love getting it going back and come kind of again re-listening to groups that we've covered already. But this was really fun. I think this one, in terms of probably, I would argue a lot of the One We songs that we listened to, in my personal opinion, I thought that this one instrumentally was just like on another level. I loved the piano playing in the song. I think it was really incredible. It offers this really like beautiful like melodic choice to this song, and I think it almost acts as like a fourth voice in this song, which I really like. I think they utilize it really well. But I also got to give a shout out to the guitar playing and also the bass work. The guitar solo was absolutely insane. So much fun. There's a lot of great like guitar techniques, as I mentioned, like the tremolo picking at the end of the song. I think he was doing like a little bit of two-hand tapping at that beginning part of the song. I thought that was incredible. A lot of really good like shred guitar technique in there. But I also got to give a shout out to the bass playing in this. There was a lot of cool like bass intervals that they were using, as well as again the like that little bit of slap plucking bass and like in that descending riff that was super tight. There's a lot of like bass ad-libbing going on throughout the song, so it didn't feel like you were getting one specific like bass riff. It just felt really dynamic, and I love that. And the drumming was also really incredible. There was a lot of good punch. There was a lot of great drive. It does feel like the rock that pulls everything together in the song. You know, it does offer that sort of solid, like that solid, firm drumming that you would need in a song like this, because dynamically it's so diverse. And then as well as that, the acoustic guitar was a nice addition. I know that they have included it in previous songs, but this one, it just felt like a little bit more dedicated to this song, and it picked up dynamically in the softer spots of this song where I wasn't really expecting as much. So I thought it was incredible. And Dom Young is, I gotta give a shout out to him. He's got such an incredible vocal, and he just continues to just like, oh, I was just floored. It was just so good vocally as well. So I am definitely gonna have to give this One We album a listen. Let me know which songs. It looks like Gunky and Harmony both agreed that I should listen to Alice, so I'll be checking that one out. But I thought this was good. So shout outs. Harmony says, I honestly think when Dom Young was in a musical, did wonders for his voice. It wasn't bad before, but it feels richer and more full than before. I agree. He's got a great tone. So big salutes. God, love that. All right. We will keep it moving. Gunky says that this is their album of the year. Wow, holy shit. That is insane. And Harmony says this whole album is so damn good. That is some high compliments. We've got some bangers on this playlist tonight, so I'm stoked. But yeah, this one's really incredible. So we're gonna keep it moving. We have J-Hope's newest song, "Sweet Dreams," featuring Miguel. I think Miguel's incredible as an artist, and obviously J-Hope's super sick as well too. So I'm curious how this is gonna shake out. I don't would have never placed these two to collab together, but I'm curious where it's gonna land. So let's check it out.
Yeah. Sweet dreams come after hours. Nothing that's not allowed. You should never sleep alone. 'Cause I'll always take you home. When there's nothing left but diamond necklace on you, girl. I just wanna love it like, love it like, love it like that. Yeah. Love it like, love it like, love it like that. Yeah. Love me right, love me right, love me right back. Yeah. Love me right, love me right, love me right back. You should never sleep alone. 'Cause I'll always take you home. When there's nothing left but diamond necklace on you, girl. Any night, anytime, you are my appetite. Double vision, Gemini, and it goes like this. Take you home, take it slow, till you're by your lip. Got a movie in my mind, and it goes like this. Close curtains, open eyes. Lay down your skin on mine. Leave all the rest to me.
Oh,
Yeah. Sweet dreams come after hours. That's what they do. Nothing that's not
Miguel is such a great vocalist too. Holy shit.
sleep alone. 'Cause I'll always take you home. When there's nothing left but diamond necklace on you, girl. I just wanna love it like, love it like, love it like that. Yeah. Love it like, love it like, love it like that. Yeah. Love me right, love me right, love me right back. Yeah. Love me right, love me right, love me right back. You should never sleep alone. 'Cause I'll always take you home. When there's nothing left but diamond necklace on you, girl. You the only cover that I need when I'm cold. You get in my body with my heart and my soul. You light up my life like a diamond. Shining, shining, shining. Yeah. And we might never get to sleep tonight. I give you everything you need tonight. This kind of love I guarantee for life. Dreams gonna be sweet tonight. Sweet dreams come after hours. Nothing that's not allowed. You should never sleep alone. You should let me take you home. Till there's nothing left but diamond necklace on you, girl. I just wanna love it like, love it like, love it like that. Yeah. Love it like, love it like, love it like that. Yeah. Love me right, love me right, love me right back. Yeah. Love me right, love me right, love me right back. You should never sleep alone. 'Cause I'll always take you home. When there's nothing left but diamond necklace on you, girl.
Hmm.
I just wanna love it like, love it like, love it like that. Yeah. Love it like, love it like, love it like that. Yeah. Love me right, love me right, love me right back. Yeah. Love me right, love me right, love me right back. You should never sleep alone. 'Cause I'll always take you home. When there's nothing left but diamond necklace on you, girl.
All right. Well, this is J-Hope's Sweet Dreams featuring Miguel. Thanks for hanging. Also, shout outs to my sister. It's her birthday today. Big salutes. I feel like she came into chat just a moment ago, so big salutes to her. I thought this was great, actually. I genuinely did not know. I just genuinely did not know what I was gonna think about this one. I like this. This is really good. I am curious to hear what this album is gonna sound like, or mini album. I don't know what they're gonna be doing with it, but this is a good feature. I love Miguel. Miguel is a fantastic artist. If you have not checked out Miguel, please do yourself a favor and go check him out. He is awesome. But I thought this was good. I thought this was really solid. Like I'm not. I know J-Hope can do those like really more in your face type rap songs, and that is not bad by any stretch, but I do feel like if I was really expecting more of an aggressive tonality to it, then I would have expected a different song entirely. Just because I feel like if he was to do more of like a harder, more aggressive type like rap style, I don't know if it would have really fit like the mood of the song. But I love this chorus. This chorus is like super damn catchy. And I think like J Hope's vocals along with Miguel's is a really great like combination, and the harmonies were on point. I thought they were really good. They felt very dynamic as well. So whoever they went to producer wise, I think did a really great job of like adding it. Miguel's got like that, like, oh, he's got such a good like falsetto tone. I just love his falsetto tone. So I felt like he was able to utilize that so well, and it you know, obviously the song is called Sweet Dreams, but it just has a very sweet tone to it as well. So I really like that. I thought overall it was really good. Like I liked J Hope's verses. I thought they were good. Like it was almost like, I don't know. It's kind of like in that in between like rapping and singing. I guess he's kind of like doing a little bit of both, which I think is nice. I think it just shows off a little bit more of a different side of the coin, and I think it was cool that he was just able to really just do something like more chill, more vibey. So I like this one a lot. I thought this is really good. I'm definitely probably gonna have to check out the release when it comes out. Just because I'm curious to see what other songs come from this album, because I'll probably enjoy it. If this is the title track they're leading off with, there's probably a good chance I'll enjoy the rest of it. So Kongi says this is really good. Sekir says the chorus is really good, but the verses are not doing it for me really. Hey, that's fair. Dang says their two voices go so well together. Is it me or are more MV or is it me or are more of the more MVs interrupting the song? Probably to some degree. Sarah says, "Oh, the Mona Lisa." I agree. Hyde Trade says, "It's a good chill song to have in the background. I like it." I was gonna say it's good vibe setter. Dang says J-Hope came back from the military in such a flirty mood, and I'm here for it. Song of the year next. Okay, very interesting. Dang says he said there's not going to be an album. He's gonna release 3 singles instead. Okay, we'll have to check the singles out. Dang, I know you'll keep an eye out, so I'll have to be peeping it. But very nice. We are moving into the next one, which is High Horse. I feel like this one has been one that people have been excited for me to check out. So without further ado, let's do it.
Say goodbye, high horse. I just can't take it no more. Tell high, I'm lost and found. I don't know what you're asking, find out who you are. Naked allies are
This is N Mix Hyde's Trade. Ooh. I think it's them moving, dang.
I will love you.
I was gonna say it is them moving. I can hear their shoes fumbling. Oh. All right, this was MX's High Horse. It is the moving version for those who are hanging out and had questions about the stomping and stuff. There you go. Question has been answered. But I will have to give this one a listen because I don't want to unfairly knock this song for the amount of stomping I heard in the song, because that's just this version. I will have to actually give the full like song a listen on Spotify. I am just a Spotify guy. I love it. I think this was very interesting. This is, I would imagine, let me just double check here. This is a B-side. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, this is a B-side. All right. I'll have to give this one a listen. Because I feel like, again, I want to unjustly, say that this song was a little bit weird in that perspective. But I think vocally this was really cool. Like, I like the dynamics of it, and like, to me, what was most interesting, and again, it's a little bit harder to pick out just because if I'm visualizing and hearing it correctly, there must have been like, they must have been playing the song on a speaker, and then the camera is shooting with like camera audio, and then obviously picking up all of the movement of their feet as they kind of like shift around and stuff, which is fine. I think that this one is uniquely set for like that interesting dynamic between both piano and drumming. And I'm always very curious of that because like piano is such a rhythmic sort of instrument, and you can really kind of like do a lot of really interesting things with piano, but I think when it's meshed up with drums, it just feels right sometimes. So I really like that in that capacity. I think that combination is really nice. I thought vocally this was also really beautiful as well. I think you got to highlight a lot more of like, MX has a good, no pun intended, they have a good mix of like great vocals and great rap verses. And I think that this one highlights, I would argue, a majority of them with great vocals. So I love that this song feels more standout in that capacity where, again, you get to hear a lot more of those vocal nuances of what they're doing. I like that moment between, I believe it was Chaewon and Lily. I'm very curious to hear how that sounds in the recording. But yeah, I'll have to give this one a listen. I like I said, I'll come back to this one. I'll probably make a comment on YouTube about it because like I said, I want to make sure my comments are out there on how I feel about it. If not, I'll go bring it over to Discord. But I thought this was unique. So I'm definitely gonna have to give this release a listen. I know a lot of people have been stoked about it. My girlfriend was talking to me about this release earlier, and she was like, I'm not normally a big fan of NMIX, but she's like, I actually really like this release so far. So this may have converted her. So that's cool. So I'll have to give this one a listen 1000%. But we're keeping it moving with the NMIX train, and we'll have one next. But I just have a couple quick comments here. Gunky says, I'm sick of that high horse. They're telling people to get off of their high horse. That's fair. Uni says, definitely one of my favorite songs so far this year. Oh, wow. Okay. Dang says it was weird because it didn't always match their movements, or maybe the audio is just not entirely in sync. That's fair. And Gunky says you might be surprised by the next MX song. The bridge in the next song is straight up fire. Ooh, okay. All right, let's get into it then. Very curious. This one is Know About Me.
게 다른 날 이끌어내 Would you dive in me, dive in me, dive 놓치지 않게 eyes on me, eyes on me now Let me show you that know about me
Oh, I like this.
Show you that know about me I'll let you down 손을 잡아 Let me go down step을 밟아 Let me show you that know about me show you that know about me I'll let you down 손을 잡아 내 눈빛 다 뛰는 my heart So what happened to body 붕 뜨게 만드는 blush Giving my heart an affection 난 널 이끄는 pilot We're gonna fly the sky 지나갈 this way Ride or die let me take you there Would you die for me die for me die 지촉해 못해 eyes on me eyes on me
Hey, Lily.
Let me show you that, know about me. Let's show you that, know about me. I'll let you down, 손을 잡아. 날 믿고 down, step을 밟아. Let me show you that, know about me. Let's show you that, know about me. I'll let you down, 손을 잡아. 네 눈빛 다 뛰는 my heart. Gonna do it 'cause I want it, gonna move 'cause I want it, gonna love 'cause I want it, gonna run 'cause I want it, kill the doubt. I don't wanna kill the fear, I don't wanna kill the rule, I don't wanna kill the end. I don't gonna do it 'cause I want it, gonna move.
Oh, all right.
Show you that, know about me. Let's show you that, know about me. No other time, 주지 마. I have no doubt, 잊지 마라. Let me show you that, know about me. Let's show you that, know about me. No other time, 주지 마. 우리가 닿던 무대.
It was like falsettos at the top. Oof. All right. All right. I like this. All right. This was M Mix's Know About Me. If you're hanging out, thanks for chilling. Appreciate y'all. Woo! This one was fun. I'm definitely gonna have to check. I'm with Jazz. I'm gonna have to check this one out. This one is really fun. I love that that 808 hip hop, like really fucking like those 808s feel so like crushing in like a great way. So I love that. I think it adds that like that fullness to the track that I really appreciate. But dynamically, this was also really cool too. Like there's so much interesting like vocal segments going on in this track that I really like. And it didn't feel like too much. Like I think sometimes like you can really stack the vocals and make it sound really full. And I know MX has just, again, as you mentioned before in High Horse, like they have such an incredible amount of talent. So I feel like it's often assumed that they should just overindulge people. But I like this a lot. I think my favorite part of the songs, this song specifically, has been that pre-chorus. I think that pre-chorus build is so good. And every person who kind of had their hand on that pre-chorus was good. I think Bae did the first pre-chorus and she sounded incredible. I feel like I did not give her as much love in the first NMIX deep dive, and I feel very stupid because I feel like she's an incredible talent. And she sounded really beautiful in that first pre-chorus, if I've got that correct. And then I'm pretty positive Lily did the second pre-chorus, which she sounded phenomenal. I feel like she took it onto another level by like going off and doing some more ad libs and pops. But I really like that a lot. And then kind of it's funny because I don't know. This feels like the only MX song where they didn't say MX change up, which I think threw me for a loop a little bit, just because that build in from that like second chorus into that like really like high ramped like EDM like really strong like EDM vibes in that bridge section. I was very surprised it didn't say like MX change up or something, but that's neither here nor there. It is still an MX song regardless of how you spin it, but I thought it was really good. And then the ending was awesome. I think they did a great job of closing it out. I know Lily, I believe, and maybe Chaewon was doing like a lot of those like really like high like like ad libs in the back, they almost feel a little bit too far back in the mix, but like they add this sort of like atmospheric sort of texture to it. So I really like that a lot. But yeah, I'm stoked. I thought this was really, really good. I'm definitely gonna have to give this one a listen. I took every fiber of my being to not give a listen to it today because I knew it came out, and like shout outs to the homie Sierra. Sierra posted about it the other day, and I was like, damn, I gotta listen to this. I gotta listen to this. So now I'll be spinning it for sure, 100%. This is a vibe. This was for sure a vibe. All right, very cool. Dang says much more my style. Jazz says love this one. Got to check it out. The album out. High Trade says going on the playlist. Hell yeah, let's go. Kongi said I had a feeling they were gonna go the R&B route. I figured you really like this one. You know me well at this point. I would hope so. But very cool. Go check out MMix if you have not checked out their latest release. Please go give it some love. But we are keeping it moving. The train must go on. We have a Treasure's new song, Yellow. So if you missed our Treasure deep dive, that is out now. Go check it out. But we're getting into the new Treasure song. So let's give it a spin.
너의 미소를 처음 본 그날에 마음이 물드는 게 느껴졌어 따뜻하게 날 불러주는 그 네 목소리에 하늘이 맑아진 게 느껴졌어 이런 감정 익숙하지 않아 서툴렀던 날 네가 옆에 웃고 있어줬지 이런 설렘 익숙하지 않아 서투르지만 내가 옆에 있어줄 수 있기 너를 만나 시작됐어 나의 사랑의 계절 내 맘 색깔은 yellow 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 해가 지나 또 이대로 너와 사랑을 계속 너의 미소는 yellow 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 Okay 내 맘에 물든 색칠 첫눈에 반했다고 you know what it is Black, yellow, black, black, yellow 까만 동시야는 노랗게 바뀐 채로 What? 언제부턴가 널 만나고서 내 말은 맘들 꽃처럼 피어났어 난 사랑을 알게 된 건 뭐든
This is unexpected.
기적 같은 change up Rainbow 중에 yellow 립 컬러 어둠이 내리고 눈과 비가 내려도 break don't stop 너에게로 직진 Everything alright 우리 둘의 행전 익숙하지 않아 서툴렀던 날 네가 옆에 웃고 있어줬지 그날부터 지금까지 미처 못했었던 말 이건 너한테만 하는 얘기 너를 만나 시작됐어 나의 사랑의 계절 내 맘 색깔은 yellow 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 해가 지나도 이대로 너와 사랑을 계속 너의 미소는 yellow 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 색이 다 바랬던 이 세상 속에서 유일하게 찾은 빛 그 어떤 미래도
Ooh.
멀리 있는 미래도
Ooh, that descending melody. Nice.
있어줘 너라는 세계로 너를 만나 시작됐어 나의 사랑의 계절 내 맘 색깔은 yellow 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 해가 지나도 이대로 너와 사랑을 계속 너의 미소는 yellow 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 우리 사랑은 계속해서 yellow
Oh, nice. What else? Or are they just gonna replay it? Oh. Very nice. All right, this was Treasure's newest song, Yellow. If you're hanging out, thanks for chilling. But this was fun. I really loved getting through Treasure's material. I thought it was really fun. They're such a unique group. So it was really cool to get into them. But this song was really awesome. I loved a lot of the major keys. This feels so like bright and bubbly, and I like that. I think they do a really great job of that. Vocally, this was also really good too. I loved the pre-chorus into chorus transition. I thought that was really nice. But as well as that, how catchy that chorus is. This has got a great hook to it, and I didn't think, like, based off the naming convention, I was like, am I gonna really like this song? But it really does got such a great chorus and a great hook. So I love that. The only thing that took me by surprise about this song was the rap section, and a good surprise, not like a bad surprise. I thought the rap section was really unique. It definitely broke the song up in an unexpected way. So I thought that it was great. I don't know if I could pick a favorite out of all three of them. I think all three of them sounded great. And they just offered a different like texture or feeling to the song. So I love that element of it. But yeah, this was just super sweet. Like I really enjoyed this one a ton. Like the overall tones were really nice, and I was kind of surprised this didn't give me the YG festival ending I was kind of expecting. Uh, but I feel that I feel like the way that they approached the YG festival ending felt appropriate. You know what I mean? Like I like that there was like this group vocal, like crowd singing along moment that gave like it felt like a pseudo like YG festival ending. You know what I mean? It's like if they took a lot of liberties, and if you really thought about it in that capacity, it does have that YG festival ending, but not in like aggressive tone. It just feels very like come together type moment. So I thought that was really nice. I if they gave me kind of like a strong like EDM bit at the end, I would have been shocked. I don't think that would have fit well with the song, but I think overall, like musicality wise, so much fun. I'll have to give this. It looks like it's a part of a special mini album called Pleasure. So I'll have to check this one out. But I enjoyed this a lot. Far more than it led on to be. So I'll give it that. Gungi says, I learned not to judge a song by name. I mean, BTS has a song called Butter. That is very true, and I hear that at my job every once in a while now. So I know it still exists, but very nice. Go check out Treasure if you've not. Shout outs to the home. I mean, they're not my homies, but maybe someday. But Treasure is really cool. Shout outs to them. But we shall keep it moving along on the train here. We have Yeji's Air, which I am a little surprised about. Very curious how this one's gonna sound. I haven't checked it out with sound, but I've been seeing every time I turn on Instagram, there is some new air challenge that has been posted with Yeji and some insert K-pop idol here. So I'm gonna have to give it a listen finally. So let's check it out.
Hurry, let's breath 달콤해진 oxygen insane 호흡의 방법은 전부 잊게 돼 oh. Gonna take a chance, give up all the plans 알 수 없는 힘에 이끌려가게 돼 빨라진 step 다른 건 다 잊은 채 온몸을 던질래 Take my air 거부할 수 없는 이 느낌 Oh baby Got in my purse 내게 집중한 순간 더 깊이 You keep taking all of my air all my air 묶인 시선 끝에 You take my breath away Take my air 피할 수 없는 이 feeling You keep taking all of my Here it comes 또
No, sir.
I'm gonna take a chance, give up all the plans. 이 순간 너와 나 말곤 아득할게. 끝없는 chase 이제 멈추지 못해. And here I go again. Taking my air. 거부할 수 없는 이 느낌. Oh, 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 baby. Getting my prayers. 내게 집중한 순간.
There's a lot of great layering going on.
No, 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 no. You keep taking all of my air, all my air. 묶인 시선 끝에 you take my breath away. Taking my air, give my ear. 할 수 없는 이 feeling. You keep taking all of my air. Oh, it feels so right.
I love that guitar in the background.
Oh, I'm burning so bright. Taking my air. Make it better. Make it better than falling. Oh baby, oh baby. My head got in line. 할 수 없는 이 느낌. Falling. You keep taking all of my air, all my air. 묶인 시선 끝에 you take my breath away. Taking my air, all my air. 멈출 수가 없게 나를 숨어가 taking my.
That little bit of like electric guitar did so much for that ending. Oh, I wish it was up just a smidge. That would have been. Gunky took the words right out of my mouth. I wish it was up just a smidge. It would have been great. But this is Yeji's Air. This one was interesting. I will say I probably will have to give this one another listen. And it's not that it's bad, but there's a lot of interesting things going on that I would love to give more love to. The vocals, I think at the beginning, I will say this one's a slow burn. Like I know that this one I'll probably wind up loving, but it like the way that the synth drives in this song I think is so good. It wasn't until we got to this like final chorus where I was like, damn, this is good. I like this, you know? Like it gave me a few moments to just kind of like marinate on, and by the end of it I was like, you know what? I understand it. I get why people like this song. It makes sense, you know? That synth is super strong though. I will say, I think if I had a, again, I am not a musical professional, but I think for me, if the synths were turned down maybe like a decibel or two would be incredible. And then I think if they kicked up that electric guitar closer to the end of the song, just by a couple decibels, I think that would be perfect. I do think that synth is a little bit too bitey, and it almost feels like it is taking the spotlight in some capacity to that of Yeji. I think her vocals sound really good. I really like her stuff in ITZY, but I think the solo stuff is also really cool too. So I enjoyed this a lot. I'm very curious to see if the rest of this release has a like strong kind of 80s synth flavor to it, because this definitely is pulling. It's definitely taken a lot of that synth choice from the 80s, which I feel like is, I would say, is pretty common now, but it feels like a lot stronger in this song. So definitely like this a lot. I think that chorus has a phenomenal hook to it. It just took me like that first, like getting through that first chorus, I was like, ooh, I can feel it. And then by the second chorus, I was like, yeah, like this is good. And then by like the final chorus, I was like, yeah, this is a really good chorus. So I think it just is, it just kept building in my mind. So if this was maybe a song for you that you were like not like 100% on board on, I feel like it is a song that by the end you might come around to, potentially. So let's see what we got here. Gunky says, I wish the guitar was a little louder in the mix. Yeah, especially at that end. I think if they really sold the ending, I think it would be really cool. Gunky says, the 80s sound sold me on the song. 25/8 is my favorite song on this release. Ooh, okay, I'll have to check it out. Is it taking the air out of you? Potentially. Dang says 80s are back big. I agree. Gunky says I love the 80s sound, thus Fingertip my favorite G Friends song. That would make sense. That checks. That checks. That checks. But yeah, this was good. I'll have to give this release a listen. Like I said, I've been severely behind, so I'll have to see all these songs, check them out. But yeah, I thought this was a good. I think this is a good title track. I like it. I just would. I think it's gonna be a slow burn. I think I'm gonna be stoked on this track the more it listens. So, we shall keep it moving. We have Say My Name's newest song, Shalala. So let's give it a listen. I do remember this, Goki. They had the cat MV, didn't they? I'll never forget a cat MV, Gunky. That rap section was elite. Good. I like that. That synth choice is so interesting. I can't help but think of a cat sound. It kind of sounds like those cat keyboards, you know, like that cat. Like, have any of y'all like played with one of those keyboards that like it just makes the meow sounds? That's what it sounds like. Like they must have mic'd up the like cat keyboard and it was just going hard. You know, I respect that. But anyway, this was Say My Name and their newest song, Sha La La. If you're hanging out, No Santa says almost a city pop synth. Yeah, giving vibes of that for sure. Jazz says it doesn't sound like it does sound like a cat. Biscuit says no. Where do I get one? I mean, it's gotta be in like the kit. Listen, my sister has one. If I can have her send me the sound clip or where she got it from, I'll let you know. I'll let Discord know where they can buy the cat keyboard at. But Gungi says you need to get their debut album. It's got so much cat stuff. Their new album is cat themed. I kind of had a feeling. They feel very cat influenced. Hyde Stray says if they don't do a Christmas remix to this, they are wasting potential. I was gonna say that seems on board. I would be on board with that. I'll have to do that, Gungi. I'll have to check it out. I thought this was really good. I love a good chill song, and I feel like this one just works out really well. The rap verse didn't feel forced either, which I think is also really incredible. Like that their rapper, I think Gunky had posted. Kenny is their main rapper and is the time member. Ooh, okay. I think she sounded great. She's got such a dynamic like rap tone, so I think it worked out really well because it feels stand out in that capacity. So I thought that was really cool. I thought vocally this was also really nice too. Like there's so much good like layering and like ad libs and like just overdubs that in this song that I just think make the overall product of the song solid. Like if you took out those elements, like it'd be a really well orchestrated track. But I think because there's just there's like so many la la la's and like a lot of overdubbing vocally, I think it is really good, and I think it adds a lot of good texture to the track. Um, I also really liked at the end of the song. I don't know who typically does like the ad libs at the end of their songs, but whoever it is, give them a shout out because their vocals were really great. I think they've got such a good range and like a good vibe. So um, I thought this was really solid. I remember liking the previous one that we listened to. I'm pretty sure Gunky also put that in the playlist, but man, I thought this was really interesting. It definitely feels more of a step up from the previous one, and I mean that in the highest of compliments. I think they've improved vocally. I think that the songs have become a little bit better. Um, and yeah, I thought this was really good. So I enjoyed this one a lot. Gunky says in collection channel in Discord, you can see my photos of everything in their debut album. Okay, I'll have to check it out. I do remember seeing that because I think I had posted the Yoongi photo card and the standee and the record, obviously. So I'll have to do it. But Gunky says Soha is doing the high notes. Shout out to Soha. She's incredible. So great vocalist. Love to see more. But very nice. Gunky says I literally got a photo card of each member. Oh wow, okay, so they're dolling them out. I love that. All right, we're keeping it moving here. We've got Umyal's Desolation. I have not listened to Umyal yet, so I'm gonna have to check this out. I feel like I know Biscuit has been talking about a lot about Umyal with Gunky in our Discord, so I'm gonna have to check them out. I'm very excited. Umyal is a co-ed duo group under Creep Sound. They debuted in March 16th of 2022. The members are Choi Sunyol, and he is the producer. And she is the main vocalist. Oh, okay. We got a little bit of I guess kind of. If I could name drop, I guess it's kind of like Akmu in some ways, huh? If I'm wrong, I might be wrong, but. Yeah, let's check out Umyal. Very excited. This is Desolation.
아마도 모르는 제게 이름을 나조차도 잊어버리고 마지막이 남긴
I love all like the natural sounds. So cool. She's got what a register. I love the harmonies. They got harmonics. Ooh. The production on this song is so cool.
상실에 빠진 그날의 시간을 기억해 하늘을 보며 눈물을 참던 많은 날 돌이켜보면 아무것도 아닌 날들이야 여전히 나는 소원을 빌던 아이의 대사를 기억해 하루 종일 떠올리던 그 구절들은 돌이켜보면 아무것도 아닌
It's Meatball, guys.
상실만 나만 좋아하니까
All right, very nice. This is Umyol's Desolation. No, Santa says not chunky enough to be Meatball. I don't know whether or not I should take offense to that since I'm one of the parents of Meatball, but it is what it is. I thought this was very interesting. I like this a lot from a purely production. I mean, I enjoy it for multiple reasons, but production is often what I find very interesting, and this is like very, 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 very interesting. Like not what I would expect production value to be, but I am so floored by the different arrangement of how this song is like put together. Like the way that they put it together was so unique in the sense of like the vocals were incredible. Like I don't want to discount how good the vocals are, so I'll probably talk about those first. I'm all over the place, apologies, but I think the vocals in this song were really fun. I think she's got a really like cutting tone, and I think it works out so well in their type of music because dynamically and production wise it's so different. So you really need someone that's gonna really feel like they are driving the ship a little bit metaphorically, and I feel like Umyo's like vocalist, she does a great job of steering that ship 100%. So big salutes to her. I think she's got, especially when she gets into that higher register, you can't help but make like a oh my god face. You know what I mean? Like it's so good. So really, really, really good stuff. But I will also say, like instrumental wise, this is so unique. Like I really think that it is expertly arranged. Like I love the different like guitar, like I want to say they're riffs, but just like guitar sections in the song, I think is really masterfully put together. And like, I love that it's panned. Like, there's just so many spots in the song where you can kind of feel like the song, like almost do one of these sorts of things, like throughout the mix. And I think that it takes a lot of skill to not feel like it's overwhelming, but there was really a cool kind of like ping ponging and like the stylization I think was really, really unique. So I really like that a lot. And I just think the incorporation of how they kind of like basically take you around this circle almost, and then they add something new in, and the circle gets bigger, and then they add something more in, and the circle gets larger. And then by the end of the song, you're like, oh, wow, there's like some really great keyboard parts in the song. There's like some beautiful piano. Like the drumming is really incredible. Like the bass works awesome. Like the acoustic guitar is nice. Like, and it just seems like they take you on this really large, but like really controlled, like dynamic journey, like production wise, and it doesn't feel like it's just it doesn't feel like it's overbearing. Like it's like they add a new piece and you're just like, they want you to sit on it, they want you to understand how crucial it is to that song, and then they add another piece in, and then you're like, oh shit, that's really cool too. And then you kind of fixate on that, and then you move on to the next thing that they add, and you're like, and then by the end of it, you're like looking over top of it, and you're like, holy shit, there's like so much things, there's so many things going on with this song that I think you're just like, damn, there's a lot of things that go into it, and like how crucial each element it is in the song. So I love that. I think this is really incredible. I am gonna have we'll definitely have to do some Umyol stuff in the foreseeable future. Just because I think the production is really unique and not what I've Not what I've heard. So I got to give them a lot of credit because they do a great job. Gunky says, I need to have you do an album listen of their first full album. It's 11 out of 10. I actually ordered it, but it's not here yet. Holy shit. That's awesome. Gunky says that their music doesn't sound like any other Korean artist I've heard. I would agree. It does. I was gonna agree with Biscuit's comments. If it does feel very Japanese styled, I agree with that 100%. Like the structure is really like really unique, and I know a lot of like Japanese like OSTs and like artists have like a really unique style. So I wouldn't even be surprised. Hyde Stray says, I love how they explain IDK how to explain it, but I can see this as an OST to a K drama set in Jeju Island, and I'm very into it. I could also see that. I think they cross a unique boundary. You know what I mean? Like I can kind of pull a little bit from like prior groups that we've covered. Like it's kind of giving like the more softer tones of Yunha, which I really love. Shout out to Gunki for introducing her to us, or more specifically me. And then I could also get a little bit like Akmu vibes as well, which also was a group we covered recently, and they're incredible. Obviously in a different capacity, but like if I'm really trying to kind of like associate these groups together, that's what it kind of gives me vibes of. But I thought this was great. I'll have to, like I said, we'll have to get into some more Umyo in the foreseeable future. This was really good. So very nice. We're gonna keep the train moving. We have the new Boys song. This one's VVV. So I'm curious what this is gonna sound like. So let's check it out. It's already sounding so good already. Ooh. Good falsetto. I like that string punch. So good. This bridge is so unique. Jesus. Oh my god. I gotta get the full shot of the boys. Very nice. This was VVV if you're hanging out. Um, oh wow. Okay. This one I feel was at a 10 and did not drift from a 10 in terms of like energy, right? That's impressive. I have to give them a lot of credit. I thought that this was really cool. Um I thought this was awesome. If you have not checked out our deep dive into the boys, please go check that out. It was really fun. I had a great time. Um I went on like a little bit of a boys binge after we finished completing them. So I had gone through and listened to like a ton of their albums. Um, but yeah, I was very excited when this was on the playlist, announced on the playlist, because I really enjoyed the boys a lot. I thought they were really good, and I still really like them a lot. And I feel like the sentiments still remain the same for the boys, at least in my mind. Um, but I thought this was great. This is like high energy to the max. Um, I am a little surprised, like structurally, that they didn't really deviate from like that sound. Like I like that, like the song, like you basically get this like hard synth sound throughout. Like obviously like very pop influence, but like I like how the song basically is just that essentially, except for the final part of the song. And I think that's so interesting because it even continued on that sort of frame of reference even for the bridge as well. And I was really shocked because I thought maybe potentially they would have like dropped the mood down a little bit and I would have brought it back up with like a final chorus, but they definitely subverted that expectation of what you would typically expect from them. And I think that in and of itself was a great curveball. I think vocally this was really cool. I would say probably my favorite part of the song is those pre-choruses. That falsetto transition into like head voice, and obviously another member is like so good. So good. That transition is so difficult, but I think they make it look very effortless. So I love that. The chorus is definitely really catchy as well. I was very curious on how it was going to like take off, but I thought it sounded incredible. And I was very surprised by the ending. I think that ending really threw me for a loop. It kind of gives me a little bit of Runway vibes. Um, I kind of I kind of attribute that sort of sound, at least in my mind. The first song that came to my head was like the way that like Crazy kind of is in some capacities from La Seraphim. Not obviously to 100% T, but like I could see that they would be very like similar in that sort of like synth vibe. But yeah, overall, I thought this was really fun. Definitely will have to give this release a listen. Just because I'm curious to see how varied these songs are. But yeah, overall, I thought it was super hard. Thought it worked out super well, and I don't really have a lot of critiques. I think it just is a really strong song. Um, but I liked it. I liked it. This one's definitely got the energy moving. Felt like it was a tonal shift for how the stream's been going, but yeah, this was sick, and it was 4 minutes long, so I love that. Harmony says this is a lot of fun, but ain't salty became the song of the album for me. Oh, okay, I'll have to check that out. Gunky says I'm not into the boys, but this song is really good. Jazz says dropping a full album the same day as Sangyeon, this was a crazy move. My mood was all over the place today. I don't blame you. I would be in cardiac arrest, I'm sure. And then Harmony says Jacob included some footage from completing the filming at the end. That's what I thought. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. It was a nice little send off ending to that part. But yeah, this is great. I'll have to give this release a listen. If there's any songs you'd like me to check out, let me know. I could always drop my thoughts in Discord or wait for a B-side stream. But yeah, I thought this was really good. So big salutes to the boys. If you haven't checked out the D-Vibe, go give them some love. But very nice. We're gonna keep it moving. We have I believe this is I know this is a 17 song, and I know Kaylee gave me some answers on this in the previous comments. I don't know if it's still here anymore, but it's Hoshi and Woozy. Okay, thank you, Kaylee. I'm about to check this out. I'm very curious to hear this one. This one's gonna be very interesting. So let's check it. Let's vibe. Let's give it a vibe check, y'all.
우리 둘이 뭉치면 호주에 좀 만나면 고칠 진이 중에 96 호시 baby Uzi baby All I wanna do baby You know baby just like this 무대 위 밤새 퍼지는 my type babe 월화수목금토일 멜로디로 찰지 손을 공중에 우두머리죠 꿀을 까면 영티형들 다 무리죠 질투 나도 욕은 하지 말아줘 우리처럼 해봐요 just like this Just like this Just like this Just like this 우리처럼 해봐요 동감내 Take it take it boom Pull up pull up Take it take it boom Pull up pull up 손을 공중에 우두머리죠 부룩하면 영티형들 다 무리죠 질투 나도 욕은 하지 말아줘 우리처럼 해봐요 just like this 호랑이 눈빛 baby I'm worth it 나 자꾸 오버해도 말리지만 지위 어제들의 눈빛 어시가 됐지 비행기 호시와
Ooh, that panning? Oh, sick.
만나면 고칠 지리 중이 돈은 벌어도 왜 나빠 business 좋다 좋아 baby just like this 손을 공중에 우두머리죠 꿀을 까면 영티형들 다 무리죠 질투 나도 욕은 하지 말아줘 우리처럼 해봐요 just like this Just like this
This pre-chorus build is so interesting.
Just like this 우리처럼 해봐요 동감내 Take it take it boom Pull up pull up Take it take it boom Pull up pull up 손을 공중에 우두머리죠 부룩하면 용티형들 다 무리죠 질투 나도 욕은 하지 말아줘 Pull up pull up pull up Wait a minute hold what's up 머리 위로 우리 적셔 흔들어 모두 mess up Here we go, here we go, here we go Brothers and sisters 모두 춤을 몸을 맡겨 서로에게 연계부터
That cowbell is really doing the work.
Here we go At the party Johnny come back You can be like me At the party Johnny come back You can be like me 우리 위해서 함께 전의 캐릭터 평소와는 다르게
I love the harmonies. Tight.
우리처럼 해봐요 just like this Just like this Just like this 우리처럼 해봐요 동감내
All right. They're cooking. I'm about it. All right. This is Hoshi and Woozy. And I don't know what the song title is, but I'm gonna do the translate section here. It looks like Same Age. If that's correct, let me know. Wow, this was unique. Kaylee says this is from a single album with 3 tracks on it. Okay, perfect. Wow, that was unique. I like this. Actually, this was really good. The No Santa kind of took the words out of my mouth at the beginning. Breaking down the beat with a creaky chair. Yeah, that like the samples used in this I think was really unique. Which one is which? I think let me see. Wait, I could do this. Woozy's on the right and I think Hoshi's on the left. I was gonna say, okay, cool. I got it. I'm locked in, baby. Let's go. I love this. This was great. Like, I feel like this song to me is a textural listening experience because there's a lot of like unique things going on in this song between like it sounds like a baby like especially in the chorus it sounds like a baby scream that's pitched weird, and I thought this was unique. I also loved like the cowbell. I'm a sucker for cowbell. I love cowbell in any music, but this was really good usage of it just because dynamically it's so different from the chair creaking sound plus the baby pitch, whatever. Like wild stuff. Woozy is a madman in the production, and I would expect nothing less from him. But I thought it was really cool. I also loved a lot of the like the I guess it's like more. I'm kind of relating this more towards like alternative music, but like I love like the group vocals. Especially in that bridge. That was really cool. I like the breakdown of it, and then as well as that like almost like Latin type beat at the end of this song I thought was really interesting. It was something like unexpected, but it just worked really well with like again those like the pantheon of different sounds that you had going on. Um but yeah, this was really good. I was genuinely shocked. I love a song that's like really interestingly arranged, as you probably have come to imagine now at this point. But I think to me, it's like they both had a unique spin on it. I think Hoshi, as well as that again that like the way that they counteract with each other, and like you could tell they were having a good time, but like their synergy together, both Hoshi and Woozy, I think is really good in this song too. So very curious to check out the other singles. I'll have to give them a listen at some point. But I thought this one as a title track, I would imagine, I think is very unique. It feels very standout. And to be honest, if you had told me that this was as like if you told me this, obviously this is a subunit of 17, but like I would have never associated this type of song to 17, which I believe the last 17 song was that one with DJ Khaled as the feature, which by the way, I love that song. I don't care what anybody says, it's fucking good. But yeah, I thought this was wildly interesting, but only in the crazed mind of that of Woozy. So I'm on board. I'm for it. Um, no, Santa says needs more cowbell. Couldn't agree more. I think that comment of the night for sure. Lady Seg says I knew you loved this song. Factual. Dang says a baby scream that's pitched weird plus a cowbell plus a creaky chair with a Latin type beat in a good way. Yeah. for real. Yeah, it looks like a vibe. Everybody's feeling this one. So very nice. All right, I'll have to give the rest of the singles a listen. Let me know which one's your favorite. But we are keeping the train moving tonight. It looks like we have 10's new song Bambola, which I heard this is a fucking crazy music video. So keeping on the trend of wild MVs tonight, we're keeping it moving. So let's go.
You can phone me, got your friends in the back, take a groupie, sing along to a song, karaoke.
What?
Tropical touch looking fancy. So stupid, rub my finger, I'm Cupid. My God, I'm too lit. See the birds, let them jerk like quick. What to do and who have you been talking to? What? Guess you like a bambola, cause you do what I told you to.
Oh!
You don't know what to say, isn't it so exciting? Making you wanna wait. What would you bother fighting with? I'ma get fly, controlling your mind, playing you like a toy. Only having fun, we can be gone like I wanna get the oh. Sometimes I wanna play with you real slow. I just know when to stop and when to go. Love it when you under my control. So turn it up. Oh, I'm reaching for your soul. Oh, one of these days get ready. One of these times you'll take the bite. Whatever I want, I get it. Yeah, but what to do and who have you been talking to? Guess you like a bambola, cause you do what I told you to.
God.
telling every lie. Reaching for the sky and then grabbing that guitar says that you're the kind of type that's gonna fall. Okay, there must be a way to flip this. Touche, if you think you're the one who make it. Oh, I'm reaching for your soul. Oh, one of these days get ready. One of these times you take the bite. What I want, I get it. Yeah, but what to do and whom have you been talking to? Guess you like a fumbler, cause you do what I told you to.
What? What the fuck was that? Holy shit. God, what? Oh my god. All right, well, this was 10's Bambola. I don't even know the fuck. Like, God, holy shit. That was nuts. Yeah, what did we watch? I have no idea. I legitimately, like, it feels like a blur. I feel like I'm missing 2 minutes and 50 seconds of my life and I don't know where it went. That was sick. I gotta say, I like this a lot. Actually, this was really good. I was gonna say it gave me like throwbacks to like, yeah, Skrillex, like dubstep, like weirdly enough. So Uni and I, same page. Glitch Trap, yeah, I was gonna say Glitch Trap definitely was not on the cards for tonight. You gotta add that to the bingo card now, Santa. You know, you never know. The options are unlimited tonight, but this was awesome. I actually like this one a lot. I didn't think I was gonna enjoy this as much as I like it. I think I'm gonna attribute some of that just because I think 10 has incredible charm, and I'm gonna say I like 10. I love 10 and Wavy, but I also love his solo material. That Nightwalker, the previous song he released, also really good. I'm shocked. This was so unique. I don't even know realistically if I could break down this song because there was so much shit going on that wouldn't even do it a justice. But I thought this was really cool, and like I like the beginning part of the song because it was so like, again, I know we talked about texture songs like literally fucking 2 minutes ago, but like this song is so textured. Like the uniqueness of it, I think, is so wild. Like I really, really, really like that there is so much like interesting elements going on, like the way that they panned it, like the way that it kind of like it has a lot of fluidity to it. So I love that. But then like you get into the parts where he's singing, and I love the fact that his vocals just sit so well in like the utter chaos of this song. Like the rest of the backing of the song could be going to shit, and you just know it is being held together by his vocals. Like his vocals in the song just like fit so well in like that. It's like, I don't know, like there is like beauty in destruction, and I feel like this is a perfect analogy for this song, because there's so much beauty. I think he's got such a like 10's got such a great vocal style, and like I think it fits so well with like, again, that aggressive, like more bitey, like glitch trap kind of thing going on in the song itself, and like you can't help but feel captivated by it. So I think in that capacity, like it's a win there. But yeah, I genuinely don't even know what to think next. This was a very unique track. I think arguably I would say this might be in my top 5 like strange in a good way track that I just need to give more time to. Like I genuinely think that if you can really collect your thoughts at the end of this song on first go around, crazy. I don't I don't know. I genuinely like if someone broke this song down, like I would have so much respect for you. You know what I mean? Like it just works out so well. But yeah, Ten's incredible artist. Very curious. This I believe Chat has said that this is a pre-release, so I'll definitely have to give this one a spin in terms of title track. I definitely enjoy this a lot. This was a wake up call for me. So, um, very nice. Kaylee says that this is a pre-release that came out today. March 24th is the second mini album release. Okay, we'll have to check that out. Um, Dang says bambola means doll in Italian. That would make sense. Last a great song to follow the last one too. I agree. Harmony says the song is a roller coaster in the best way. Great analogy. I love that. Guggy says me dying laughing watching Brandon. I was having a moment. Dang says bits of the song where like the song like rewind used to sound when it did it manually. Kaylee says this MV was literally the first thing I watched when I woke up today. I was half asleep still and so confused. I'd be so confused too. Udi says more of that, please. And we are all lost. Dang says I was almost asleep and I've been awoken. Um, Very nice, very nice. Let's see. Everyone's saying it's like the kitchen sink song. Tang says, lol. I was thinking about the kitchen sink cinema, which is something very different. Jazz says, I appreciate the song, but it's definitely not for me. Hey, respect. He says, well, it's time for me to go into silent mode. Let me know once we get done with the next 6 songs. Okay. Glitch step. My brain is not here. Hey, that's all right. No sin. Mine was taken out of my body and kicked down a football field because of 10. So, yeah, I'm curious. I'm very curious to check this one out. I feel like I'm in the same camp as Kaylee and saying I don't even want to know what the title track is because this thing's gonna be nuts. But shout out to 10. Very cool. We are gonna be doing Jennie and Dominique Fike's why did I say Dominique? It's Dominic Fike, Love Hangover. Let's go. I'm so fucked up from 10. This is killing me. All right. This is Jennie and Dominic Fike's Love Hangover. If you're hanging out, we're checking out all of the new Jennie stuff as well as the two new Lisa stuff as well. So this is like the little Blackpink segment here. I like this a lot more than I thought I was going to like it. I think this feels, I mean this in the nicest way possible, but this feels very like at this feels very like Western pop. Like if I did not know that Jennie was a part of Blackpink or that she was a K-pop artist prior to this, I don't know if I would just assume this is just another like regular like Western pop type of track just because of the way the styling is, and then also including Dominic Fike, which I know he is a popular artist right now. I thought it was nice. Like I said, I don't really have anything negative to say about it. I like enjoyed the music. I think Jennie's got a unique tone to her voice. I feel like she always really has, but like in this song, I think like her delivery is very, very odd. And I mean that in the nicest of way possible. I think it's odd, like in a good way. I was also surprised that she said fucking because I just would have, I don't know. I just didn't even place that, but it just felt right. Like it worked out well. I like it. But yeah, I thought this was really good. Like, is it blow me out of the wild? Is it blow me out of the water? Like, insane? No, but I think it is a very chill, vibey song, and I think they absolutely nailed it on that. Dominic was a good feature as well. I think like I wish he kind of had a little bit longer of a feature, or it felt more reciprocated. I just think his part was like shot a little short, which again, if you're going to this album because Jennie, then like more screen time for Jennie, always good. But I feel like I love a collaborative effort, and while I feel like it is there in the song, it would have been cool to have like just a smidge more. So that's my only gripe. But yeah, otherwise enjoyed it thoroughly. Unhi says, I found the beginning vocals off-putting at first, but I got used to them for on further listens. That's fair. I could definitely see that. Um, that makes a ton of sense. Hyde Stray says, fair assessment. Her album is actually a true transition from K-pop to Western pop sound. Oh, that would make sense. Spotify version has a longer version of his rap. Ooh, okay. That I feel like that does sway it a little bit, and obviously the length of the song, I'd imagine, is a little bit longer too. So, yeah, this was good. I like I said, no complaints here. So, very nice, very nice. We are going to keep it moving. We have another Jennie song, and this is with Jochi, which I did find out Jochi from her NPR like Tiny Desk performance. It, like, kept popping up on my Instagram, so I went to go check her out. She's awesome. If you haven't checked her music out, please go check her out. Obviously, I know a lot of y'all are into K-pop, but Gochi, please go check her out. She's incredible. But this is Extra L. I have not heard this one either, so check it out. I don't think there's anything else, right? Yeah, it's just the credits. Okay. Very cool. This was a Jennie and Dochi Extra L. If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. This is extra good. I sorry, that was a terrible pun. No, this was this is so good. I like this a lot. Dochi, shout outs to Dochi, as I mentioned before. She's incredible. Um, but I thought this was great. I think like this was the type of energy that I was expecting. Um, from the previous song. Like this feels very collaborative, and whenever I'm thinking of features, I'm thinking of that. I'm thinking of if they're adding themselves into the song, I need them to fucking deliver. And I feel like Dochi did a great job. It is what I expect her to do. And she laid it all out. So I gotta give her credit for that. And she's such a good like counterpart to that of Jennie. So I like that kind of back and forth, that camaraderie. I think it worked out really well. But yeah, I think the beat goes hard. I think the musicality was really sick. I also really liked I really like that kind of like that like EDM like club banger type feel in that chorus. I think that just goes so hard. So I love that. But yeah, this one's probably, I know we have one more Jennie song. So I'm gonna hold my applause, but if this is probably I feel like this one's gonna be the hard one to beat, at least in my opinion, in terms of the Jennie songs. I'll have to give I've listened to maybe a couple other B-sides on this release, but I haven't listened to any of the title tracks that I can recollect. But I thought this was really good. So I like this. High Trace says Dochi in all caps. Doseta says incoming, we love it. Extra L was a grower for me, but the video is fire. I love the video. And then High Chase says, fun fact: Jennie has writing credits on most of the songs. Very nice, and production credits in a few. Very very cool. I love to see it. I did want to. Okay, before we move on to like Jennie, I feel like I gotta point this out just as a like as an homage to all of my fellow nerds in the chat. I'm not gonna lie. I see this, and all I can think of is Spider-Man 3, the San Raimi trilogy, and I can think of Sandman. That's all I can think of when I saw this. That was the first thought that went to my head, was like, yo, this is a weird cutscene that I haven't seen in the Spider-Man 3 movie. I did not know Jennie was in Spider-Man 3. What a goated, she did a fantastic job of playing Sandman. So that was it. That was my dumb joke of the evening. Thanks for joining. Appreciate y'all. That's it. Uh anyway, we will keep it moving. The next one we've got is like Jennie, which I've said Jennie so many times in like a matter of a few minutes. So let's get into the next one.
Come on, it's gonna be fucking hard. Special edition and your AI couldn't copy. I'm leaving clues in the fitting room and it's hot tea. No, I'm not thinking about no exes, no, they miss me. I got the whole room spinning like it's tipsy. Don't burst, take it to the chorus. Ooh, wanna rock with Jennie. Keep your head down, nails done like Jennie. I was gonna, I'm obsessed like Jennie. Like Jennie. I think I really like Jennie. Haters that I really like Jennie. 'Cause they can never
You got
ever
me,
be
chat.
But have you ever met Jennie? It's Jennie. But have you ever met? But have you ever met? But have you ever met? 얼마 줘도 못해 circus shit. 포징 한 번에 만들어 mosh pit. They can't deal with me 'cause I'm priceless. You're a cylinder 속에 내 DNA. Yeah, out of my way. 바비가 트럭키가 되기 전에 name stream blame tryna bust my bubble. 터뜨려봐 그럼 너 그 노래서만 하는 거야 Jennie. Keep shading. 예술 작품에 paid away frame it. I've slayed it and I've graded it. Yes I'm guilty 잘 남겨 Jennie. Ooh, wanna rock with Jennie. Keep your head down, nails done like Jennie. I was gonna, I'm obsessed like Jennie. Like. I think I really like Jennie. Haters that don't really like Jennie. 'Cause they can never ever be Jennie. But have you ever met Jennie? It's Jennie. Like Jennie. Rock with Jennie. Keep your head down, nails done like Jennie. I was got him obsessed like. But have you ever met Jennie? But have you ever met Jennie? It's Jennie.
This is my brain getting fried up by how many Jennie. A capybara? What? They're like, listen, we had some extra funds at the end of this MV. Let's add a capybara on. You know, we gotta keep adding more money. No, I'm just kidding. This was Jennie. Like Jennie, I'm gonna keep seeing so many. God, man. Listen, if I ever get a point in my life where I can literally say my fucking name in the song, God, man. Like, if I get, like, I have so many questions about this on a production level. Like, bro, like, is she saying, like, how many times did she say Jennie in the song? Like, is it just like did they copy paste her saying Jennie and then stack out like the vocal layers and to make it seem like it has like a fuller sound? Or did she literally say Jennie like 100 times and then just like I would imagine it's probably she said it one time and then was just copy paste, which, God, that would be nuts. But all right. Everyone's saying Jennie in the chat. Yeah, I was gonna say take a shot every time she says it. You be dead. I'm pretty sure on that. Hi Shay says it was produced by Diplo. Very interested. I don't know if they're friends, but I do remember. I remember seeing something with Diplo and either the members of Blackpink or just Jennie exclusively. But that makes sense because this song is really sick. Everyone's giving me different things. Heisray says her favorite animal and the fandom name. Oh, okay. That would make sense. No Santa says she was a capybara this whole time. It all makes sense. Agreed. Choreo was really sick. I will say Extra L is my favorite out of the three. That is like a 100% given. I love that. I think this beat goes incredibly hard. I like this song. I do feel like the Jennie part, like, I understand. Like, I can see both sides of the coin where I'm just like, I like it, but at the same time, I could understand if it's annoying. You know what I mean? Like, I could understand, like, people not enjoying it because it's just, like, constantly in your face about it. But I don't know. I thought this was good. I think her rap verse was incredible in the song. I will give this song a lot of credit because I think that that specifically was like, I was like, damn, that goes incredibly good. Um, but yeah, I'll have to give the rest of this release a listen. I think that this song, I think this song isn't bad, but I could understand why people might feel indifferent about this song just because, again, the repetitiveness of it. Um, but yeah, it makes sense. Um, Uni says this and Zen are my favorites on the album. I have mixed feelings about the rest, but it's worth listen. Interesting variety of songs. Yeah, I did listen to a couple like like I was like taking a shower and my like girlfriend was like getting ready in the bathroom and she was like, let's spit in some of the stuff from Jenny's album and she said she really enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure she also said Zen was one of her favorites, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to speak for her, but I know that there was one other song that she really liked. But I liked Extra L. I definitely think that's my favorite out of the singles. So I'll have to give the rest of the release a listen, let y'all know what I think. But Hyde's Trade says she wanted to call it like blank with the idea that you could substitute it with any other name as empowerment. Take that as you will. That's actually okay. If you take it like that perspective, like that makes 100% sense. Like I absolutely get that. But I also feel like if without knowing that added context and you're just listening to this song and don't know the context behind it, I could understand you being like, damn, this is really repetitive. You know what I mean? And I don't know if everybody would go through the hoops to be like, oh, well, I need to know the meaning behind this song. They just might throw it all and be like, oh, well, I don't really like this song because it's super repetitive. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm playing devil's advocate here, certainly, but like I could understand both sides of the coin. Like I am not gonna say I am like for or against it, but I do feel like if you don't have the added context, it's like, like it isn't personally my feelings on the song. Like I don't really think that it's a bad song, but like I could understand if somebody was just like, so if I had showed that, like if I take my phone and I play this up to somebody like on the street, then I'd be like, like they might have differing opinions on this one. So, but yeah, overall, very excited. I'll have to give the full Jennie album a listen and let y'all know what I think. But we were moving it on to another Jennie song, which is featuring Dua Lipa. And this is Handlebars, which I love Dua Lipa, as y'all know. So I'm curious how this one's going to check out. So let's check it out. Right, we don't have to watch the end of it. Well, we know what happens. Anyway, this was Jennie and Dua Lipa in the song Handlebars, if you're hanging out. I'll get my okay, well, I'll save my gripe for the end, but I thought this was good. I like this a lot. Again, I'm still standing by the stance of Extra L because I don't think we have another Jennie song. Yeah, we got the Lisa song next. I gotta say, I like this song a lot. But and the sound's great. Like I think the instrumental is really tight. I think for me, like I agree with Hydrate in chat. Like it is a really like vibey, good song, but like almost at some points it's just like you start losing where the line is at between like, and that's good to me. I appreciate that. You kind of lose that line between like, is this a feature or is this a collab? And it feels more collab. But I could understand if like you only know this song because you know Dua Lipa, like you might think this is a Dua Lipa song featuring Jennie, or if you're a Jennie fan, you might be like, oh, this is a Jennie song featuring Dua Lipa. Like both sides of that coin are, I feel like, valid in their own way. But I could see like one or the other. You know what I mean? Like I could see if someone was like, oh, this feels more like Jennie popped off in the song, or like, oh, Dua Lipa popped off in the song. Like I could see both sides of the coin. I think personally, I think Dua Lipa sounded a little bit better. Again, that is my heavy bias speaking because I love Dua Lipa. But I feel like to me, if I was to listen to the song and not know Jennie's material or not know what she sounds like, I feel like Dua Lipa kind of buried her in this song just because Jennie has more of a like softer tone, and like I think that Dua Lipa has more of a fuller vocal sound. So I think that she finds opportunities to sound more dynamic than I feel like Jennie does. And that is my personal opinion, but like otherwise enjoyed the song. I think that again, I think that I think this is incredibly solid. The bass work on this was really fun. Like I liked a lot of the like typical kind of like funky like 80s pop. I guess it's like 80s or like a little bit of Motown, a little bit of different sound, like old sounds that are incorporated into this. And I know a lot of Dua Lipa's writing is heavily influenced by that. So, it would make sense if she again had a part in it, which it looks like Hyde Strait says not biased, Dua wrote and helped produce the song. This is one of the few songs Jennie has no credits in. Ooh, okay. Yeah, because it kind of feels like a little in that direction, which is again not, in my opinion, not a bad thing. I like it, but I get it. I get why people might not feel, I guess, on board with it 100%. But yeah. I will say my only gripe with this song specifically, and it's probably just because of the music video. I imagine that the Spotify version or any sort of streaming service version of this song is not this way, but the VFX sounds on this were way too fucking loud. Like I don't need to hear glass shattering. I'm here like I can see it. I don't need to hear it, that's my big issue with this song, is like the VFX sound effects were way too fucking loud. Like no one cares if glass is breaking. We see it. You know what I mean? So that's my personal take on it. I will say the actual VFX itself were incredible. Their team did a great job. Whoever did the VFX for this, shout outs to you guys. You did fantastic. But I think the sound design could have been turned down a pretty significant amount, if I'm being honest. And I think I would have had a little bit more enjoyment with it. It doesn't really take away from my overall enjoyment of it, but I think it could have been toned down a little bit. So, Uni says fantastic sound, but just kind of plods along. That's I could see that. I could see that. Hyde Trades there says their voices mesh so well. I 1000% agree with that. So very nice. We're gonna keep it moving. We're moving into the Lisa stuff. We have Born Again featuring it looks like it is Doja Cat and Ray. So very interesting. Very interesting. Uni says it's like NMIX's new acapella highlight medley with dumb train noises in the back. What? Okay, I'm curious. I have to check that out. I did not know that. That's wild. All right. But anyway, let's get into Lisa's new song Born Again. I have listened to this one, just not on stream, so I'll give my thoughts, keep my thoughts brief. I haven't seen the MV though, so
If you try just a little more times, I would have made you a believer. Would have shown you what it's like every single night. In the contact down like shades on. And I just broke up with my man like one X in the passenger seat 'cause I'm done.
that bass is really fucking working.
On you, baby, too bad. I'm about to make it hurt as I vroom vroom. Ice cold, how I leave you long, but please tell your mother I'ma miss her. So if you try just a little more time, I would have made you a believer. Would have told you I was like every single night. To be born again, baby, to be born again. You stay just a little few nights. I could have made you pray to Jesus when he showed you to the light. Every single night.
That bass is so fucking good.
Do your words and gospel to you now? Keeping you strong, choosing to carry on after one. Too many lies would be wrong. So set your pop tags on my shopping spree. Stay mad when I show them all the long receipts. They laugh at you, crash out like a comedy. I can't be a sugar mom, get a job for me. Said, well, let go. But let me live happily forever after more. I hope you learn something from a little fiasco. You played the game smart, letting little me pass go. If you try just a little more time, so what? I make you a believer. Would it show you what it's like? Every single night. To be born again, baby. To be born again. If you stay just another few nights, I could have made you greater, Jesus. Would have sold you to the light. Every single night. To be born again, baby. To be born again.
Sinning in the way I'm getting rid of him. I'm only gonna make you need religion at the minimum. And I'ma do it diligent. I'm looking for a synonym. I'm trying to find a words to tell him I ain't even feeling this. That love I'll never be deficient in. But see, you could wake up and take me like a vitamin. I learned the hard way to let go now and save my soul.
That like vocal run, oh, so good. Those harmonies on top are so nice too.
To be born again, baby. To be born again. You stay just a little few nights. I could have made you greater, Jesus. Would have showed you to the light. Every single night. To be born again, baby. To be born again. To be born again, baby. To be born again. To be born again, baby. To be born again. Baby, to be born, oh baby, baby. To be born again. To be born again, baby. To be born again.
All right. That was Lisa's Born Again featuring Doja Cat and Ray. Very nice, very nice. Let's see what we got here. Hydra says that this is probably my favorite song from Lisa's album, but similar to Handlebars, I feel like Ray, it's like a Ray song, which it is. I have not checked out Ray. I'll have to give her music some love. And then P.S. to MV is in homage to women who have been done wrong in history: gymnasts, Salem witch trials, Eve, etc. I did notice that. I was like, once they showed like Doja Cat like being burned at the stake, I was like, is this the Salem witch trials? And then when they showed Eve, I was like, oh, okay, it's starting to pick up the pieces. So that was cool. I liked the imagery. I thought that was really unique. Instrumental wise, this is incredible. I love this. That bass player needs to get a raise because that bass riffing was so good. So big salutes to them. But I thought this song is super catchy. Like I have to say, in terms of the Lisa songs that I've listened to thus far, this feels the most ear catchy. And I have to say it has a lot to do with that chorus. That chorus is so good. The melody choice that they used was awesome. It just has a good hook to it. Like I can't deny it. You know what I mean? I thought it was solid. You know what? I'm a little surprised that Lisa didn't really do a rap first, just because I know Doja Cat did, and I know Doja can obviously sing and rap. So I was a little surprised she didn't do kind of like a rap first. That was the only thing that I was a little bit surprised to see in this song, because like I know the next one I think is a little bit more rap heavy from my knowledge. But I like this. This was good. I think this showed off Lisa's singing abilities a little bit more, which is always really impressive to me. But I not knowing really what Ray does, I felt like she was the one that I was the least familiar with out of the three artists on this song. But I didn't know she sang this. I didn't know she sang all of the choruses, and then also I guess technically like the final chorus of the song. But she was great. She's got a really kind of like, I don't know, she's kind of got like a good mix of both. Like she kind of has like this really light, like glassy tone to her vocals, but then like if she really pushes, like you can really feel like a lot of that like warmth and like great chest voice. So I really like that a lot. I was really surprised at actually Doja Cat's section. I don't really know much about Doja Cat other than obviously she's a popular like pop artist now. But I don't really go out of my way to listen to her music, but I know she's talented, obviously. But I think this one showed off a good representation of both. I think she's got obviously great singing. But I thought her rap section was really good too. So I like that implementation of it. I'd probably say Doja Cat's section was one of my favorite parts of the song, and then I would say that final chorus where they really laid on like the harmonies and stuff was awesome. So, I thought this was good. This feels weirdly enough, as we were talking about with the Dua Lipa song with Dua Lipa and Jennie. I feel like this one is very similar, where I'm almost like, oh, now I gotta go check out more Doja Cat and Ray stuff. Like, and there's no disrespect to Lisa. I think she obviously did a great job in this song, but like, it almost feels like she was offering a pedestal to both of them to do well in this song, and they took it. Where I feel like if Lisa had maybe a rap section, I would be like, oh, okay, this is like kind of more closer, like in terms of like what they're capable of what she's capable of doing. But that's my 2 cents. But yeah, I didn't think it was bad. I definitely feel like this is one of the more catchier songs from Lisa. So I thought this was solid. But we shall keep it moving. Uni says 3:51 runtime, actual outro, and love to see it. I agree, love to see it. But we have FUTW. She said, if you want rap, you're about to get it. All right. I heard this is a Lisa rap song, so let's get into it. Hey, well, this was Lisa's "Fuck Up the World." If you're hanging out, very interesting. Let's see. No, Santa says Helldivers mentioned. H Trade says they want an old Lisa, then listen to my old shit. Well, damn. Okay. Yeah, it felt. I don't know. I feel very conflicted about this. This. I will preface. This is what I wanted, so I take full responsibility for it. I think this was interesting. Not what I would have. I mean, I guess it is to some degree what I would expect Lisa to do, but I was very surprised that she included like middle finger fucking like choreography. That was wild. I don't know. This is like not bad, but I feel like there's so much potential for this to be better. If I'm being honest, like it feels very one note, and I understand it's like it is a rap song, like, you know what I mean? It's her showing off her rap skills, which again is not a bad thing, but like it feel like instrumental wise, it kind of feels a little empty if I'm being honest. Like there's so many other songs where I'm like, oh cool, like the instrumentation's like really good. Like there is a lot of dynamics to this song, like the way that she kind of like, if she'll stutter in the song, like I think that I think there is a little bit of a tug and pull in that, so I like that. But yeah, I don't know, it just seems odd to me. Like it isn't like the best Lisa song that I've heard, certainly, but it's like not the worst. But I'm kind of somewhere meddled in the middle of it. You know what I mean? Like it just could. I wish there could be some more. Like I know in the past with like her discography, like there has been some stuff with like, her incorporating like Thai, and like obviously as High Straight mentioned, like some Thai or Korean. Like I think it would have been nice for her to include that. Like I don't know. It just seems like a completely different path, which is, again, respect, but I don't know. I feel very indifferent about the song. Like it's not bad, but I definitely feel like I could have. I feel like there could be some more songs that I would find more enjoyment out of. But if there are songs off of Lisa's latest release that you think I should check out, let me know. I am open to it, certainly. But yeah, I don't know. It was like kind of like mid for me. Nothing too crazy. Not bad by any stretch, but like just not my vibe really, if I'm being honest. So Hydrate says, I personally did not like this song, and it all comes back to authenticity. Would probably buy it more if there was a different person, or if it had some Thai or Korean. That's fair. I I could see that, absolutely. I just feel like for me, it's just like, I agree with your authenticity take, certainly. I just like, I don't know. It just doesn't hit. Like, for a song that's just that aggressive, like, I just feel like it didn't hit, which is an odd thing to say because of how aggressive the song's like production is. But I wanted to hit I want to feel it in my chest, and I don't know if I really got that. But all right, what do we got next? We have Solgi next. We've got a couple more. I know we're getting close to the 11 o'clock mark for me, which is like I need to shut down. So I think I'll do the Solgi one, and I will probably close it out after that one because I want to listen to Solgi song because I'm Solgi bias and Red Velvet, so I want to check it out. Hyde Trade says I think her song with Tylo was good. Ooh, okay, I'll have to check that out. Uni says I pretty much agree completely with both of you. Oh, very nice. Glad we're all on the same page. But all right, cool. This is Solgi's Baby Not Baby. This has been one I've been wanting to check out. So I'm going to do this. Let's check out Solgi. We'll save it for Wednesday, Gunky. I feel like it's a good stopping point after this one.
초점 흔들어버린 사진을 또 좋아해 like a legend 순한 말투 난 그냥 하는 건데 그게 더 real해서 독특하대나 Calling me your baby 그러면 있지 한 템포 달리 반응하는 것 같지 Oops I did it again
Is that a Britney Spears reference?
Dangerous 난 헤엄쳐 난 억지로 그런 채 할 필요도 없잖아 눈이 반짝할 널 설레게 할 It's so fun to show me now and watch you fall in love I'm your baby not baby 나나 널 깜짝 놀래킬 애기보단 별난 녀석 I'm your baby not baby I'm so sorry 아마도 펄쩍 뛰겠지 그래도 후회는 없을걸 Maybe accidentally on paper's 엉덩이는 급격히 바뀌고 있어 헷갈리다가 넌 다시 고개 한번 겨우 아하 이젠 고개 끄덕 It goes A to B to 3 and 4 쉬워 보인 규칙의 반전 나를 알수록 feeling the core I'm innocent and so perfect 너 그런 건 한 번도 의식해본 적 없어 내 모습대로 꿈이 필요조차 없는 걸 It's so fun to show me now and watch you fall in love I'm your baby not baby 나나 널 깜짝 놀래킬 애기보단 별난 녀석 I'm your baby not baby I'm so sorry 아마도 펄쩍 뛰겠지 그래도 후회는 없을걸 네가 날 선택했듯이 너에게 달려갈 거야 알아갈 새로움에 더 익숙했던 그 모든 틀에도 내가 있고도 내가 없는 걸 두 손으로 천천히 그리겠어 나를 라라라라라라라 빛나 I'm your baby not baby
Ooh.
널 깜짝 놀래킬 애기보단 별난 녀석 I'm your baby
Nice little ad libs in the back.
I'm so sorry 아마도 펄쩍 뛰겠지 그래도 후회는 없을걸 그냥 내 사랑을 믿어 그냥 내 모습을 믿어 마냥 아이 같은 얼굴 그 너머의 단단함을 봐
All right. This is Solgi's Baby Not Baby, the final song we'll be listening to this evening. I think it's really catchy. I like this. I think this will grow on me. I'm not fully sold on it yet. I probably will have to give this I will have to give this release a listen. I will say, and for all my '90s kids here, I feel like melodically she's stealing. Not okay. Let me preface. Let me backtrack. I want to say she's stealing, but there's a lot of musical motifs that are used in some very popular '90s pop songs. Um, I could hear like borrowing exactly. No, Santa gets me. There was some like musical motifs that I was like, damn, okay, like they are definitely borrowing heavily from some parts. There was a reference to Britney Spears in there's a reference to baby's Britney Spears, Oops, I Did It Again. There was some definite like piano influenced sections where I was like, either that feels like Oops, I Did It Again, or potentially like in Sing's Bye Bye Bye. And like some of the chord structures were kind of a little overlapping in that way. Um, Inspired by any sets of words that complete a sentence that would say borrowing, inspired by, suggestive, influenced, anything of those you would like to choose feels very like that. Um, I, as a '90s kid, I felt very seen, which I love. Um, but I think musicality wise, I was like, it's a little. There were little parts of the song where I was like, this is a little too on the nose, and maybe that's why I can't fully commit to enjoying it. And that's not to say it's anything bad, because Sogi's my bias in Red Velvet. I love her vocals. Um, but I think like structurally, I'm just like, it just feels so familiar, and I think that that's probably more of a personal issue than anything else. Um, but I thought it was solid. Like I said, I would have to definitely give a couple of the other B sides on this release a listen to really kind of encapsulate myself on it. I don't know if this release is, again, maybe inspired by that sort of '90s sound in certain capacities, but I'd be curious to see if it was just maybe this song or some of the other songs on the release. But yeah, overall I thought it was solid. Like I said, I love Sugi, so anytime I get to hear her voice, I think is always a true pleasure. But yeah, I didn't think it was terribly bad, but I was hoping for a little more, if I'm being honest. So, um, yeah, kind of ending it off on a lukewarm feel, but it is what it is. There's a luck of the draw, certainly. But music video is very interesting. I feel conflicted. I feel very conflicted, and I do not feel conflicted about this though. This is very good. I'm not. This isn't even a plug for Liquid Death, but this is like a Dr. Pepper flavored thing. So if you've been seeing me drink something throughout the night, that's the vibes for tonight. But uh let's see what we got comment wise. No Santa first, my brother, now this. That I was gonna say. Biscuit says, I like the B-side Better Days. Okay, I'll have to check it out. Unhi says, I love Sugi, but I am too not entirely sold on this one after like 3 listens. I still can't put my finger on why though. I feel like I might fall on the same path as you, Unhi. I think it's the '90s nostalgia talking again. I think it's just that like I'm just familiar with the structure and like the chord phrasings that I'm just like, yeah, I just go listen to Bye Bye Bye, or I go listen to Oops, I Did It Again. Like if I really wanted to listen to a song like that, I would just go out of my way to listen to it, or like somehow like superimpose Sugi's voice on either Bye 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 or also Oops, I Did It Again. Kaylee says it's okay. I don't feel like it's okay. We always end on a strong note, and I feel very odd to end it this way. I feel like it's not. I feel like that's not it for me, but maybe it is subconsciously IDK. Yeah, that's fair. Maybe I'll give it another spin. Maybe we'll both give it another spin, and we'll have to let each other know what we think. because I don't know. I like my heart is telling me that you should love this because you're a Sogi bias, but my heart's like, bro, you should, right? Like, but my brain's like, damn, I got these melodies stuck in my head now, so what am I gonna do with them? So, but whatever. We got through most of it. Again, massive shout outs to Gunky for helping me out with the playlist. We have 10 more on this, and then I believe there's some more new stuff to release between now and Wednesday. So that will probably be added on this proverbial playlist. So if you have new stuff and you're watching this stream now, go to the Discord and go add more because there's probably some more that's being added. So please, lots of new stuff, new things, as Kaylee says. So, please, if you would like me to listen to it, I would like to give it the love. I did see a thing for Stacy, which I'm stoked about, and then as well as that Dragon Pony, I'm also very stoked about too. So I'm on board. So yeah, this catch up stream will never end because March has been March madness with the releases. So in terms of songs we'll be covering on Wednesday, we have an 80s song. It looks like we have Gubin, Schumann, Knower A. We have W24, 8-turn, NTX, 3-way, Infinite, and we'll have we'll have XG. We've got some J Rock. Who knows? There's some a little bit more to throw onto the playlist certainly. So if you missed out on Catch Up Stream 1, you'll have Catch Up Stream 2 to check out on Wednesday. So very nice. Thanks y'all for joining. Thanks for hanging out. I'm trying to think if there's anything else going on. There might be a stream on Saturday for chaos potentially. So come join. If you're doing anything earlier Saturday, that potentially might happen. I'll keep you all posted, but I think that might happen. I got to do something for the EU fam. They are thirsty. So I need to try to make content for them. So come join, come hang out. Appreciate it. Thank you all for hanging out. Thanks for chilling. And I'll see y'all on Wednesday. Make sure to get your notes in for new songs on Wednesday, okay? See y'all on Wednesday. Bye.